Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and I have the pleasure of talking to Julio Arce. Julio is coming off of a layoff that I know was very trying for him, and he got a victory, a beautiful knockout in the second round last week at UFC. Julio, man, thank you for giving me some time. How you feeling? I know, like, you fought like hell to get back in the cage, and you did, and you performed well, so it's got to be a great feeling.
Dude, I'm actually like still on them like that knockout high. Because, after a year and a half layoff, we're back, and we're back in the division we belong, and it couldn't have gone better.
That's great. Listen, I got to watch Julio, break his bones in the regional scene. He's the former Ring of Combat champion, and that's where I was really lucky to see him perform before he got to the bigger stage. And he's, Julio, you've been there for a while now. I mean, I'd love to see. Have you given any thought yet? Or like you said, you're still on your high. Have you given any thought of any names? I know you're a humble guy. You're not like one of these guys who want to call a lot of people out, but sometimes it seems that's the way you get fights. Do you have 4 or 5 names that you're looking at that, you would like to get in there with?
Honestly, I look at the like division right now, and like the people who are ranked above me are actually all have fights scheduled. So, the names that I kind of almost had in mind are all their own schedules of fight. So I think right now it's whoever they give me. I'm trying to hopefully get on that November card in the city, but let's see, like I said, whoever the UFC, throws at me, and that's who I'm going to fight. But right now it's just back to training, back to just staying ready.
Hey, listen, that card is looking to be really monstrous at Madison Square Garden. That would be hey, listen, load it up with New York fighters. You guys New York is loaded with talent and fighters right now. Listen, Team Tiger Schulman could probably sell the place out themselves. Talk to me. You've been at, a lot of fighters wind up changing camps throughout their career. You have been with Team Tiger Schulman since day one, and I know it's like a family to you. You got a great team. Many guys from your school are performing in the UFC right now and have in the past. Tell me a little bit about, what's going on there, because I know you live in the gym every day. It's got to be a great feeling. Talk to me about your Tiger Schulman family.
Look, the squad is more hyped up than ever. Everyone's training hard, like from the amateurs to the pros. Everyone's in the room just putting in work. So, you got just a great energy all around. And, like we have, from my fights, the fights before that, people have fought. We got one of our guys who is up and coming, who's going to be probably doing Contender Series. His name is Solomon Renfro, who's, think he's the next big thing. And we got a bunch of pros coming up. So I'm saying it's gonna blow up as we get closer towards the end of the year.
Well, give a shout out. Don't you have your own location now? You have your own place. Give a shout out to the location where people, if they want to come and, check it out, I'm sure you'll give them a free class. Give a shout out to your spot.
Yeah, look, everybody, I'm in Bayside, Queens. So my school is located on 215-15 Northern Boulevard in Bayside. Come down if you guys want to come and train with me. And also you can train, any pro fighters who want to get some extra work. You guys can come to our headquarters in Elmer Park, New Jersey. So everyone's welcome. Let's get some training in.
Right. And Julio, right, it's not just for MMA fighters. We love to see children. We love to see women. Women don't just fight to fight, but, we love to I know you guys like to build them from, like I said, you make it a family atmosphere. You get everybody involved, not just the father, but you want to see the kids and the women in there.
Yep. Everybody's welcome to come and train. So it's not, I don't run a fight school. We run a school that's for everybody. And, whether you want to get in shape, train, just learn self-defense, whatever it is, it's like, that's what our school is for.
Right. Well, listen, I follow, the weight class, and I know that, former Golden Gloves champion Julio Arce is back, and I'm happy. I see a lot of interesting matchups, and I think kind of you're a little bit under the radar because you're 4-2 in the UFC. For me, you got lost a split decision. I thought you won that fight. Really, you should be 5-1 in the UFC in my eyes, and 5-1 in the UFC is even though you didn't listen. We can't argue with the judges. What can you do? But
What can
I
you
think
do?
there's some interesting matchups for you. And I think, like I said, I think you're under the radar. You can come in on that New York card and get another stoppage. Because listen, you fight exciting, man. You go in there and you're a tremendous kickboxer. I know throughout the years, you've done a terrific job with your takedown defense. So even though, and I know you work on your grappling, but you've done. Tell me a little bit about that, because you've had so much success. When people do try to take you down, you're really good at staying on your feet.
Look, we got a lot of, we got people with years of experience. So, you know, like as coming up, we put ourselves in every discipline from, you know, from the kickboxing, boxing, wrestling, jujitsu. And, you know, look, we're open to learning every aspect. So we're not trying to be one dimensional. So look, if they want to stay standing, we stay standing. And, you know, you see, you know, guys get dropped standing, but they don't know about our jujitsu game. And look, our jujitsu game is there, right? We just haven't gone there because, you know, we're comfortable on the feet. But anybody wants to take it down, you know, where it's just, you know, try to wrestle, we're going to defend, and we can take people down too. We have our jujitsu as well. So look, we're evolving. We're evolving. And what I love is that we're under the radar like that. So we're going to creep up on everybody, and they're not going to see us coming.
Listen, like I said, I love watching your team. They always bring it. They're not in boring fights. If you have anybody you want to give some love or shout outs to, any sponsors, anybody who's, you know, pushing you behind the scenes, straightening you out, giving you adjustments, the floor is yours.
Yo, first, you know, I thank everybody who's just behind my journey, all my people in Colombia, my family here in New York City, all my students in Bayside, Queens, all of Tiger Schulman's. The people have been like keeping me in one piece. Edge Pro PT, they're in New Jersey, in Paramus. You guys want to go check them out. NutriBio, Ready Strong Meals, Counter Strike, who does strength and conditioning for me. I mean, LFG Coffee. Now it starts my day with some good coffee. But look, everyone who's just been part of this journey, can't thank them enough. Especially, you know, my coaches, Tiger Schulman's, my mentor, Brian Godhoffer. Like, everyone's been there. So love you guys. Love everybody.
Julio, let's talk again when you do get a fight. I'd love to hear a preview of it when you get closer to that. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I'd love to see you on the New York card, get some home cooking, not really have to travel. It would be a beautiful thing. Julio Arce, UFC fighter, kicking ass. And let me tell you something. He's right there. He's going to get a spectacular win. And people are going to say, who's Julio Arce fighting next? I can't wait, my man. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, brother. Great having. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my man. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Take care, man. Have a good one.